Hello and welcome to Light Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Nitecore. This is the Tiki Law Enforcement Edition. It's a mini futuristic USB rechargeable keychain flashlight. I got this off Amazon for $12.19.95. They have the original Tiki available for the same price, and they also have the glow-in-the-dark Tiki model, which is the same as this, just with a green, blue, or purple, I believe, for $25. Give you an idea. It's been priced for $20 for quite a while and represents a pretty cool bargain. So let's get into it. The Tiki LE. There you go. Package it comes in, boasting 300 lumens. Not bad. And on the back here, kind of goes into how to turn it on and off. It's different modes. It starts out ultra low to high. There is no mode memory, which is kind of a good thing on a small flashlight like this because it won't drain the little battery. Auxiliary lights shows you how to use them. This one has a red, blue, and also has a police warning. So that's why it's the Law Enforcement Edition. And of course, it's IP66 waterproof. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. So in the package, of course, we get the flashlight. You don't get a charging cable with the package, but the link that I give you will have the flashlight and a USB cable included for $19.99, which is great. So you get the flashlight. You get a nice little snap-on keyring attachment. I'll just leave it in the package, but you can see kind of what it looks like. There you go. So here it is, the Nitecore LE edition. So let's zoom it on down. Now, I have reviewed the original. I'll have that link to this video if you want to check out the original one and the specs on that. But yeah, here it is. Really tiny. Quite a fan of these. And yeah, I'll compare it to some other competitors out there. Show you in a little bit. Let's go over dimensions first. So this little guy is 2 1/8 of an inch or 55 millimeters long. And it has a head diameter of 9/16 of an inch or 15 millimeters. Pretty awesome. So let's put that in perspective. Let's do a little size comparison. Let's see. I have some batteries. I have a AAA battery. There you go. I have a AA battery. Nice. It's about as big as a AA, and it's definitely lighter. This comes in at 12 grams with the battery included. Very cool. Love it. So some ideas for different flashlights. Here is the Lumitop EDC AAA. Runs on one single battery. And then we have, which I'm going to show, the competition is pretty much this Rovivon A1. And its output is much higher. And of course it boasts a battery that's 2.5 times its size as the Tiki. But it has a limitation which we'll talk about. But there you go for size comparison. All right, cool. Let's go over features of the Tiki LE Law Enforcement. Right away, you can see it's got a tinted black finish. Pretty cool. So let's go to the front here. This bezel is anodized aluminum. So yeah, it's kind of nice. The one on the original is stainless steel collar, and this is aluminum. So it makes it a little lighter, actually. So just a tad lighter. Uses similar optics. I noticed the optics on here are a little bit better for some reason than my original Tiki. I guess that's just in manufacturing. But you got the TIR optics, total internal reflection. See a nice broad beam. This has a little bit of a spot to it, which is nice. So a little bit of both. This is a good backup light to have on a keychain to your main light. Definitely like carrying this. The LED down in there is an Osram P8 LED. Color temperature, I kind of tried to find it. It's 5 to 6,000 color temperature Kelvin, and CRI is around 70. So it's a cool white. There you go. I'll show you the modes that the switch does in a little bit. So it's got a micro USB charging port. They couldn't go Type-C, I don't think, on this one because it's really small. So there you go. That's how you get it open. Charge it up. It takes about an hour and a half to charge it. Cool thing is, while you're charging this, all the modes are available. So you have all 4 brightness levels, and the auxiliaries are also available while you're charging it. So if you're out in the field and you have a power bank charging this thing and you want to keep it running, you'll be able to even run the high mode, though it does throttle. just to let you know. That's pretty nice. So yeah, 1.5 hours to charge this bad boy. It's got a 130 milliamp hour battery, so it's a little tiny guy. You can see it in this one, in the original Tiki. Little LiPo pack. So it's going to be the same in the LE edition. So there you go. You get an idea how big that battery is. All right. And of course, auxiliaries. Let's give you a quick look. It's going to kind of look like that too. The Tiki you get to see through, which is kind of neat. The original. All right. So yeah, going on to this one here. The switch is like a rubber silicone here, and it has a blue LED when you're charging it. So it's kind of nice to have. Status. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the modes here for the switch. If you want to access the high mode, which is kind of like the turbo, highest setting, 300 lumens, press and hold for momentary. So press and hold, we got 300 lumens, let go, and it goes off. That's kind of nice. So there you are. You also have 2 quick presses to turn it on. And 1, 2, there we go. It starts in ultra low, and it goes through the modes as you cycle, single pressing. As you can see, I don't know if my camera's picking it up, it's modulating the light there on these 3 first settings. And the RFI is definitely noticeable in these first 3 settings, unfortunately. But on high, it's not. And when you're on red or blue auxiliaries, which I'm going to show you in a moment, you have no RFI as well, so radio frequency interference. So if you're using this for tuning a radio, you're going to want to use the red LED to preserve your night vision. So there you go, that's how you do that. Long press off, and you're done there. So to get to the auxiliaries, you triple click from off, so 1, 2, 3. And now we have our red. This red is 3 lumens, and it'll run for 1 hour. I couldn't take a picture in the garage, it just didn't show up enough. But you do have this nice red light. We'll do a demo with the lights off to give you an idea how much that's outputting. It's quite a bit, actually, 3 lumens of red in 1 hour. So then single click and go to blue, which is nice. Glad they did it red first. And now you have your blue light. This is 0.8 of a lumen. They say it's going to run 45 minutes, so a little less time than the red one. And then it's got the flashing, so we got the red-blue flasher. So yeah, only use this if you're in law enforcement, because you put this in the window of your car, somebody will pull over, and you'll be in trouble for impersonating an officer of the law. So don't impersonate. So don't use this mode if you own this flashlight unless you are a officer. There you go. But pretty neat. I got it for the red light. Definitely nice. So yeah, love the size of this thing. It's so tiny. It's great. And it's got this nice keychain point or lanyard hookup point. Nice and built up. Polycarbonate body for that strength. The IP66, dust proof. And you get that water resistance, which is really nice. 1 meter drop. It could definitely handle higher than 1 meter drop, I'm sure. So I don't think you have to worry about that as much. So let's go ahead and go to the garage where I took some pictures of this flashlight in action and give you an idea of what it could do. So let's head to the garage and check out the LE edition doing its deal. So here I am in the garage. It's 15 feet away from the garage door. The flashlight is on high. This is 300 lumens. Expected to run 30 minutes. It has a throw of 77 yards. Now we're on medium. This is 60 lumens. Expected to run for 1 hour. This mode's a nice mode. 60 lumens is quite a bit of light still. Definitely the one you'd want to use the most if you need high brightness. Now we're on low. This is 15 lumens. Expected to run 4 hours. A great inspection light. And now we're on ultra low. You might just be able to make that out. That's 1 lumen. And this will run 40 hours at this rate. Now that's nice. 40 lumens. 40 hours for 1 lumen, excuse me. Now I take a picture of a car wheel, and I got the setting on low. So you got 4 hours to change a wheel. I think you got plenty enough time, and enough 15 lumens is enough light to see what you're doing at a 6-foot distance. Let's go back to the table. So yeah, you got to see that. So we're going to bring this up a little bit. We'll do a quick little demo. What I wanted to do is show you the competitor. So here's the A1. You get these for around $20 as well. It says micro USB. I think they upgraded to the Type C now. It's a bigger battery. This retails for around $20 to $22. It doesn't have any auxiliaries. but it does boast a larger battery because it doesn't have auxiliaries, so it can fit a 300 and I believe 30 milliamp hour battery. Not bad at all. Size, it is bigger. Now, let's see. Show you side by side. It's a bigger body. It's longer. Okay, not much of a deal. Breaker there. So I mean, if you look at them side by side, yeah, it's got a smaller switch. I wish it had a bigger switch like the Tiki does. It kind of makes sense, but it's got the similar way of using it. Momentary high. So it's got 650 lumen high, a 360 lumen medium, and it has a 20 lumen low and a 2 lumen moonlight. So, and it's got a mode memory. And I wanted to point that out. When I pulled this out to use it, I've had it for a little while. I noticed this needed a charge and my Tiki did not. So, and I had the Tiki much longer. So the Tiki will actually hold its battery since it doesn't have a parasitic charge running off the battery like this one does. You're probably going to have this light on the ready more often than you are this one. So you have to be more conscientious about the Rovivans and make sure you're charging it every so often. So there you go. So bonus to the Tiki for that. So we're going to turn the lights off. I'm going to turn these on. Let's see, 1, 2, and we're going to go up 1. And then this one's 1, 2. Okay, well, so we're right on this one. And I think, yeah, okay, had mode memory. All right, so there we go. Now we're both on low, so 15 lumens here, 20 lumens here. Give you an idea of the beam pattern. As you can see, constant brightness, kind of a fluctuating brightness, but it's a little battery, so it's trying to sustain and keep running for a longer period of time by doing that modulation. So we turn the lights off. Let's kind of show you the beam pattern here. Okay, so in person, the Tiki has definitely got a more neutral white appearance. It's not as white as the Rovivan A1, which I like. You can definitely see the modulation in the camera, but in person you can't see it. So when I'm looking at the table, I don't see a flickering or anything like that. So only the camera's going to pick that up. Beam pattern wise, they look fairly similar. Bringing them down, the hot spots are pretty much the same. Color rendering is going to be about the same. It looks like the Rovivan washes out a little bit more. Yeah, the Tiki's got a little bit better neutral white. Nice. Okay, so we're going to turn off the Rovivan, but still not a bad flashlight. A lot of people swear by them. I like it. So I'll long press off, just like the Tiki. Okay, so I'm going to aim this up at the ceiling. We'll go through the modes. So we'll turn it on. It'll be ultra low, which we won't see until I point it down. This is definitely low, so let's go to the low mode. It's just one click. There's low, there's medium, and there's high. So high is our 300 lumens, which is nice. See everything. And with the radio, I'll bring that out. Let's make sure we're not jamming away here. We'll turn it on. We'll show you the RFI.
Marcel, it's so crowded that Lionel Messi
So
and
none on
can't
high.
get to where they need to get
But when I change it,
to finish the parade. By the way, 8-hour parade. Think about that for a second.
quite a
That's
bit.
Wild. 8 hours?
So I'm
8
about
hours
a foot away,
8-hour journey. They
8
say.
inches,
And it
4
ended
inches,
with them having to
2
take
inches.
helicopters because the buses
So it gives you an
couldn't
idea.
reach the final destination. The players were transferred in helicopters.
Same on the
4
other,
million
the first 3
people.
modes. So let's go ahead and go to the
Nobody
auxiliary.
showed up at 3 a.m. back in Argentina. Hundreds of thousands waiting for
So
them.
red,
Just waiting for them at the airport.
none,
It's like the population of what?
which is nice.
Phoenix or Chicago or
If you like
Houston,
blue,
something along those lines. Imagine
almost looks
We were talking about
ultraviolet.
it, Marcel, where can we get 4 million people and for what in this country?
flashing.
You know, like, is there a sporting event that I don't think it's 4 million?
There you go.
Jesus.
I really don't. Not.
Okay, so you get the idea. Let's go and turn the lights back on. Do final thoughts on the Tiki Law Enforcement Edition. All right, great. So, back. The red light on. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Long press off. All right, so let's make sure I got my color correction back. We're going to bring this down, down, down. So, let's go over the options you have available to you. You have the Tiki Law Enforcement Edition. You have the original Tiki Why would you want the original? The original has similar main LED. The auxiliaries on the regular Tiki, 1, 2, 3. Oh, darn it. It's hard to do one-handed here. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just long press off. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we got ultraviolet. Ultraviolet's nice for inspecting, like, say, money, stamp on somebody's hand or something. Other things in the hotel room. You know what I mean. But this is good if you have a glow-in-the-dark one. The UV automatically charges up the body really fast. So something to think about if you get the glow-in-the-dark version. You want of course, this is the model. This does have the This does have the high CRI, which is nice. There you go. Very cool. And I believe it has a beacon mode, which is nice for survival. So if we press again, we have a beacon that flashes. I do like this high intensity flash. That'll get somebody's attention. So something to think about there. Put this back in. Turn this off. Okay. So there's the original, and then of course we have the Rovivon, and why you'd want that. They'd want this for the capacity. Okay, right away, capacity and the high brightness. If you need high brightness in a situation on a small keychain flashlight, get a Rovivon and be happy with it. Again, it's about the same price as these guys, and again, almost 2.5 times the capacity on the battery. Also, there is the contenders of getting a Lumitop, say EDC AAA. Now, it's much bigger and much heavier, but it's sporting a standard nickel metal hydride or alkaline battery in there, which means it can run on standard batteries, does not need a charge. If it fails, you just put a new battery in it. That's how that works. And very simple, and it can tail stand. Yay! So people like that. This has quite a few modes too. But it doesn't have any auxiliaries, but it's all aluminum, which is nice. These are all polycarbonate shells. And you can get these on sale sometimes for $7, which is even less money. So you have to ask yourself, do you want a standard flashlight, or do you want some of these new wave rechargeables? I will tell you, these are nice in the cold. They tend to stay nice and bright. Alkalines and nickel metal hydrides in the cold tend to fade. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video of the Tiki Law Enforcement Edition. Yeah. Protect and serve, or protected to serve. Definitely with this flashlight, it gets a thumbs up. It's awesome. Nikkor did a fine job making these Tikis. If you guys don't own one already, pick one up. They're going to be a great keychain flashlight. You're going to like it. Of course, either one or the glow-in-the-dark version. I'll links to all three below for you guys to check out. You can support the channel if you feel like buying one and you don't have a Tiki yet. Again, just a fun flashlight. Like I say, they're always ready to go. There's no parasitic drain, and quite fun to play with too. A lot of cool, useful modes. Love it. So yeah, and two, if you like Nikkor flashlights and want to see more, subscribe at the bell icon, get notified of future reviews and deals. These don't go on sale often or ever, but if they do, you'll be notified if you have that bell icon clicked. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Tiki version, Law Enforcement. Do you like this one? Do you like the original? Or do you like the glow-in-the-dark version? Let me know. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.